We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3, and now here's 2nd and 7. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, 76! 76! 76!
Here's Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He gets it to Gurley, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that block.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep now, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He was looking for Landry that time. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check 50.
Back to throw. Wrong. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield on 1st down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Man, I got you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
King. Rep. Hey, alert 33.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the 1st.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Connection made here. Goff to Higbee.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sione Takitaki in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
58, come on. Hey, Delta. 51.
After the sack on first down, Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. And that's complete to Cooks. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Bang, bang, bang. X3, 218, chopper. Check 31, check 31. Spine.
On second down, Mayfield again. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Check, crunch.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Alert! Hey, orbit.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And how about that for just running out the clock?
Let's go, baby.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Check 52. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Samson Ebukam. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check 26, check 26. Watch out. Regular. Watch.
Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Mayfield to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Goff now looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. They run again on first down, Chubb. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The loss of the full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield flush to his right. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Ratley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Come on, 120. BC. It's a party now. 80 weapons.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. He's going to pick up a holding call.
The play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback, Denzel Ward. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hurry!
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Play fake. Mayfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Nickell Robey-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the interception, here's Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The Rams on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, here's Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock. Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man. They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottle him up for a loss of a couple. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside. And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground? And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
First down, Rams. 180. 58, come on. Watch the run.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down. Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now?
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 59 yards. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 1st touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Then he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They run. It's Gurley. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Call it a game.